Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having an amazing day myself. We're going to take a look at KuCoin and see kind of what's going on here with this. And just before we jump in, we usually look at Bitcoin, but I can summarize really quick. We're really close to about 49,000, kind of averaging out for the day. Not much growth, but there was a 6% increase yesterday, creating higher highs and higher lows for Bitcoin. So kind of a new, fresh look for Bitcoin. In the last 5 weeks, we haven't seen a single higher high and higher low. At least it seems like that long. I think we technically have. It's just the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty much just lower lows, lower highs. So all in all, good shape there for Bitcoin, allowing coins like this to kind of grow and take off, I guess you could say. Now, KuCoin is doing fairly well. We had a Ichimoku Claw breakthrough yesterday, it was really nice, and I think we're still in good shape to keep our positions open. We're going to take a look at that here in a minute. Just know I'm not a financial advisor, love teaching people how to trade. I have a trading community designed with that specific purpose, where there's a trading academy I'm rolling out with next month as well. Basically in-depth videos on how to become a better trader step by step. So check that out in your own time. In the meantime, we're sending signals again. Signals have resumed, and it's been a pretty positive, awesome experience. So taking a look here at Crow, let's look at the kind of the obvious stuff and work our way down. We're still underneath the 50-day simple moving average here, but I'm not super concerned with that based on the fact that, well, just the way that everything's been moving and how synonymous KuCoin has been with Bitcoin, it's been one of those scenarios where the moving averages for Crow isn't extremely important, at least not on the one-day chart. Okay, so I'm not super concerned about that. What I do like is that we're trending closer to 50 on the RSI. We're not quite out of bear town yet, but we're getting there, right? I think we ultimately want to be able to pass like 58 cents to be able to kind of be viewed as, more bullish, but you can see that we are, starting to almost converge on the MACD, if that makes any sense. So the slower moving averages intersecting with the 26-day SIP moving average, or exponential rather. And when that happens, we get this nice little confidence in the fact that the momentum has shifted from bearish to bullish. So you can see that the bearish momentum is waning, and we will soon see bullish momentum in the next couple of days. Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't tank 42,000 tomorrow, we should be in pretty good shape. Okay. Just keep in mind, there's that knee-jerk reaction that's still present, okay? Fear and uncertainty now is still fairly high. It's dissipating a little bit with Bitcoin making higher highs and higher lows, but it's still a thing, okay? We just got to be real with that. But pending that thing not being, a full-on reality, we should expect to see another set of higher highs and higher lows from KuCoin. We can see, obviously, you got the lowest point there, bounced off that potential, or previous support, rather. That's the lowest point in which the price would go on December 4th, I believe it was, when Bitcoin sold off very, very hard. That was Judgment Day, 27% sell-off in like 16 or 12 hours. But, it didn't go any lower than that, and this is essentially that same level. So good news there, and then we got this high here, and we got this nice little low happening, and it would be nice if the low were just kind of continue higher. Because the fact that this low is very close to the previous high is a very good sign, especially the fact that this current high, the most recent high, is higher than the previous highs, right? So those are really good stuff. Just keep in mind, we want to get higher than this, of course. It would be ultimately best to see the price even just on the one-day candlestick, or even a couple of 4-hour candlesticks, to see the price break 56/58 cents. We can get into the 56, 58 cent range for KuCoin, then we're going to be in extremely, really good shape. For right now, we're kind of like halfway there, if you will, and I think that we'll get there. It's just that, I don't feel like we're out of the woods yet. Again, RSI is under 50 on the one-day chart. Those are not like phenomenal signs. But what is a good sign here is on the 4-hour, which I feels a little bit better of an indicator as far as the time frame. I mean, if I were to pick one time frame to use the rest of my life, it'd be the 4-hour chart, just based on the fact that it has the best averages, the best data you can use on the 4-hour, in my personal opinion, for both swing trade and day trading. But more importantly, when it comes to the RSI, we're below 70 and over 50. That basically implies that we're more so bullish in the midterm for time frames, right? And that's a good sign, because that's when the shift does happen. We also saw the MACD convergence here recently as well. That was on the 20th, of course, and the price has been increasing ever since. That did coalesce with the Ichimoku cloud on the 1-hour chart, which is nice too. That gave us that double rainbow, essentially, right? Now, keep this in mind, that double rainbow might be dissolving. Is that the right term? Because we can see that the price action hasn't broken. I mean, okay, let me rewind. The lagging span, this green line here, it needs to be free and clear of any price action. It came close here, all good, no worries. But right here, unless the price is to increase a decent amount, we're going to see this lagging span come into place somewhere soon, right? So we really just need a nice little push here. This little the next 5 or 6 hours will be very important to be able to have that continuation of the upside, right? So again, we're not in bad shape by any means, but it's just that we're about, I would say, 8 hours away, 5 to 8 hours away from a potential, closure of your position if you were to use the Ichimoku Cloud alone, right? Again, you never want to use just one indicator. This doesn't really help you very much, but this is my favorite indicator. I feel it's like most beneficial, most I could say most consistent, and in this sense, it's kind of telling us that some of these open windows are getting close to being closed soon. Okay, again, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to just come crashing down tomorrow because of that. That just really implies that this momentous trend could be kind of, I wouldn't say dissolving, but it might be entering a consolidation phase. Because once again, if we look at Bitcoin, it's pretty much doing something very similar. Okay, it's kind of up and it's kind of going sideways. That consolidation phase effectively is happening right now for KuCoin until Bitcoin decides it wants to either progress upwards or downwards, right? So once again, we're still reliant on Bitcoin to an extent. We can break free from that. It's just going to take a moment. We need to have less fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market until Bitcoin can break a key level resistance, such as 52,300, for example, or initially 49/50,000. Then we're going to see this kind of indecision for coins like this. Okay. Again, not bad, not good, just is what it is. It's more neutral than anything. And ultimately, the neutral signs, or at least the neutral timeframes, are giving us bullish indications. And same with the micro timeframes, the shorter timeframes. All right. So all in all, very, very good stuff here from KuCoin. I do feel like it's going to continue to progress upwards. It's just fairly reliant on Bitcoin still to right now, but we're not in bad shape. We got a nice little reset here for TD sequential, came all the way down to a 9. So we should hypothetically have 6 to 10 hours left of bullish momentum that could in fact give us enough push to get us closer to 56 cents and or about 59 cents, right? We want to break 58 would be excellent, but I'll take 56 initially so we can kind of break this previous high here of roughly 56.7 cents. So I would actually feel most comfortable if we got about 57 to 58 cents and then we had a little bit of a turnaround correction, but this push we want to get higher than the previous, okay, to get those higher highs and higher lows from KuCoin. So again, all good stuff here, really. There's, I would say, more positive than negative in regards to KuCoin. So, if you're a long-term holder, just know that big picture, it is looking like it's getting ready to recover. You got to understand too, though, it came up really hard, really fast, and a lot of coins that have this kind of increase previously, right? I think that was a very large percent. What is it? That was about 170% in about a week and a half. That was too much growth and it had to come back down. Just bear in mind, of course, that was roughly when Bitcoin started to taper off too. So there's a lot of reasons why it is where it's at. So try not to over concern yourself with that. This correction is very necessary, very standard. It allows for a stronger leg up, a more healthier increase moving forward. So I do think that we're going to see 95, 96, even $1, I think is realistic, but it's not going to happen this year. I mean, we've got 8 days left in the year. You got to be realistic here in the sense that KuCoin's still going to kind of take its time initially, but once it starts to ramp up and break free from Bitcoin, I think we will see it hit that price point within the next month or two. That's pretty realistic. January, February, I think we're going to see $1 or higher. I think that's pretty easy to say. But for now, let's just continue to dollar cost average if possible. You'll be happy that you had added to your position right now when the price is still low. And once we're up $1, $2, $3 here in a few years, you'll be content with your investment that way. But for now, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks so much for your time. If you're not currently a patron or just part of my community, consider joining because we have an amazing group there, and I can't thank you all enough for your continued support. Deeply appreciate you. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.